Why do we waste our strength begging for someone who's already decided to leave? Why do we hand over our peace to someone who already chose chaos? You sit there, heart cracked wide open, scrolling through old messages, replaying every laugh, every kiss, every moment she said she'd never leave. But she did. And now you're standing at a crossroads. Either you shatter into pieces, or you forge yourself into steel. Pain isn't your enemy. Pain is your blueprint. It's telling you exactly where the weakness lives inside you. It's exposing the cracks that need sealing, the gaps that need strengthening. This isn't your end. It's your beginning. She thought she could break you by leaving. She thought you'd be the man sitting in the dark, waiting for her to come back and save you. But real men don't wait. Real men don't beg. They build. Stoicism isn't about pretending you're made of stone. It's about mastering the storm inside you so well that not even a hurricane can move you. It's about standing so calm, so collected, that the world starts to wonder if you ever bleed at all. Feel the pain, but do not become the pain. Watch your emotions, but do not obey them. You owe her nothing. You owe yourself everything. When you vanish, it won't be out of bitterness. It won't be out of spite. It will be pure, surgical power. You're disappearing because your energy is sacred. Your focus is sacred. Your future is sacred. And she gave up her seat in it the moment she walked away. No calls, no texts, no long emotional goodbyes, just silence. Let her wonder. Let her regret, but you move forward like a ghost she can't catch. This is the rebirth she never saw coming. This is the rise no one warned her about. If you're done living in the ashes of what could have been, if you're ready to reclaim your mind, your focus, your future, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I rise above the ruins. Number 1, pain is the beginning, not the end. You think the pain is punishment. It's not. It's a signal, a brutal, honest signal that your soul is waking up. Every sting, every ache, every restless night staring at the ceiling, it's trying to shake you out of the coma you've been living in. Pain is your teacher. It's not the end of your story. It's the fire that forges a new beginning. It strips you down, tears the illusions apart, and shows you exactly what was real and what was never meant for you. Most people run from pain. They numb it with alcohol, distractions, fake smiles, endless scrolling through dead memories. They drown in shallow pleasures, hoping to forget the deep wounds. But a Stoic doesn't run. A Stoic doesn't numb. He stands in the fire and lets it burn away what no longer serves him. He allows the agony to refine him, sharpen him. No resistance, no self-pity, only transformation. If you're hurting, you are being given a rare gift: clarity. Pain exposes the truth faster than any conversation, any apology, any second chance. It's in the silence after the betrayal where you hear the loudest truths. She's gone. She made her choice. Now you make yours. You either break and stay broken, or you bleed, heal, and become untouchable. You don't rush this. You don't move on to impress anyone. Healing isn't a race. It's a rebirth. Let the scar tissue form slow and thick. Let it remind you every day that you survived what was meant to destroy you. The man who embraces his pain without fear, without shame, becomes a man no one can ever manipulate again. Not her, not anyone. Pain is not your enemy, it's your coronation. If you're done treating your pain like a curse, if you're ready to wear it like armor, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I forge strength from pain. Number 2, she expects you to break. She expects you to shatter. She expects you to sit there broken, scrolling through her photos, desperate for a second chance she'll never offer. She expects you to spiral, to text her late at night, to beg for closure, to show her she still controls you without even lifting a finger. That's what she's counting on. Your weakness feeding her worth. Your collapse validating her choice to walk away. But you're about to flip the entire script. You are not her emotional safety net. You are not her backup plan. She expects you to lose yourself, but instead you're going to find yourself. She expects you to fall apart, but instead you're going to rise so high that her memory can't even reach you. No angry texts, no sad Instagram stories, no desperate "let's talk" messages. Just silence, just distance, just you, building a life without her at the center. Understand this. The person who walks away often assumes they have the upper hand. They believe they can leave a mark on you and still walk clean. But when you refuse to react, when you stay silent, when you level up instead of breaking down, you take their power with you. Suddenly, it's not you who's chasing closure. It's her who's haunted by the door she slammed shut too soon. Every second you don't reach out, you become less of a memory and more of a mystery. And mystery is the one thing regret can never silence. Let her wonder, let her question, let her realize that the man she thought she knew isn't sitting in the ruins. He's too busy building an empire. If you're done being the predictable reaction, if you're ready to become the silent storm she never saw coming, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. My silence is my strength. Number 3. Disappear to reclaim power. The biggest mistake you could make right now is staying visible, hanging around her digital world, watching her stories, leaving a trail she can track. When you stay visible, you stay predictable. When you disappear, you become dangerous. She expects you to linger. She expects you to orbit her world like a lost satellite, desperately hoping for a sign, a breadcrumb, a second chance. Instead, vanish completely. No passive likes, no cryptic quotes, no checking her profile at 2 a.m. You remove yourself from the equation entirely, not for revenge, not to make a scene, but because real power moves in silence. When you vanish, you send the clearest message possible. I no longer exist where I am not valued. That absence screams louder than any paragraph you could ever send. Understand this. Human nature fears the unknown. When you're visible, she can predict you, control you, file you away as safe in her mind. But when you vanish, you become an open loop in her psychology, an unresolved chapter. A man she can no longer define, no longer categorize. That mystery eats away at certainty, and nothing breeds regret faster than uncertainty. Disappearing doesn't mean you stop living. It means you live louder in the real world while becoming a ghost in hers. You build your body, you build your mind, you build your kingdom. Meanwhile, in her world, there's just silence. A silence that grows heavier every day. A silence that reminds her she lost something she didn't even fully understand. If you're done handing your presence to people who don't deserve it, if you're ready to vanish and reclaim your throne, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. My absence commands respect. Number 4. Emotional control is king. You want to know what really separates the broken from the unstoppable? It's not money, it's not looks, it's emotional control. Master that, and you master the game. Lose it, and you hand your life over to anyone who knows how to press your buttons. She thought she could break you because she thought she still had access to your emotions. She thought she could trigger you, haunt you, make you feel small. But real power isn't loud. It's not in big gestures. It's in the moments where you feel like exploding. And you don't. It's in the moments where your chest burns to reach out, and you stay silent. It's in the discipline to feel everything and react to nothing. That's the weapon most men never pick up. That's why most men stay stuck, replaying old wounds, handing their soul away to people who already walked out. A Stoic doesn't deny emotion. He commands it. He feels the betrayal, the anger, the loneliness, but he refuses to become a slave to it. He watches it rise like a tide, nods at it, and lets it pass. No panic, no drama, only focus. When you control your emotions, you control your future. When you let them control you, you stay trapped in someone else's story. She wanted you reactive, emotional, predictable. She needed to know she still had a grip on your heartstrings. But now, you're cutting every string loose. You're too grounded to be shaken, too centered to be moved. And when she finally realizes she can no longer reach you, that her memory no longer triggers a response, that's when the real regret sets in. If you're done being controlled by emotions you never chose, if you're ready to wear composure like a weapon, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I rule myself. Number 5. Focus on what you can control. Most men lose themselves because they waste energy on what they can't change. She left. She moved on. She said things she can't unsay. You can't control any of that. And every second you spend replaying it, questioning it, resenting it, you're feeding a fire that only burns you. Stoicism teaches one brutal, freeing truth. Your power ends where your control ends. You can't control her choices. You can't control her feelings. You can't control whether she regrets losing you or forgets your name. But you can control how you respond. You can control how you rebuild. You can control what kind of man you become when the storm passes. That's the shift that breaks chains. When you stop trying to win battles you were never meant to fight. Focus is your currency. Every thought, every ounce of attention is a deposit into your future or a drain on your soul. Stop funding her memory. Stop investing in dead dreams. Start pouring your energy into your craft, your body, your mind, your mission. Let her fade into the background noise while you turn your life into something she's no longer qualified to even witness. You don't owe her closure. You don't owe her an audience to watch her move on. You owe yourself discipline, clarity, and peace. From this moment forward, you only focus on what's within your grip. Everything else, let it crash, let it burn, let it rot. It's none of your concern anymore. If you're done bleeding energy over what you can't control, if you're ready to build a future on your own terms, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I guard my energy. Number 6. Attraction grows in your silence. There's a law of human nature nobody talks about. People are drawn to what they can't fully have, to what they can't easily predict. Silence is not just absence, it's power, it's tension, it's gravity. Every time you stay quiet instead of reacting, every time you disappear instead of explaining, you increase your value without lifting a finger. She expects noise, she expects drama. She expects you to try to fix it, to chase after her like a lost boy begging for her attention. That's what most do. That's what she's used to. But you're not noise. You're not chaos. Your silence so loud it forces her to hear her own regrets echoing back at her. You're an unanswered question in her mind she can't silence. In your silence, you starve her ego. You break the cycle. You no longer exist to entertain her insecurities. You're no longer her fallback, her safety net, her little reminder that she's still wanted. Your absence makes her confront the reality she created. And the more you refuse to explain yourself, the more she realizes she was never prepared to lose a man like you. You don't need to announce your growth. You don't need to prove anything. Let your silence raise questions she's too scared to ask. Let your distance weigh heavier than any angry words ever could. True attraction is not in making noise. It's in becoming a mystery she can't solve. If you're done giving explanations to people who already made up their minds, if you're ready to let silence build your legend, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I speak loudest in silence. Number 7. Self-respect over validation. When she left, she wasn't just walking away from you. She was testing you, testing if you would chase, if you would fold, if you would betray your own dignity just to feel wanted again. Every time you seek validation from someone who disrespected you, you sign a contract saying, "My worth depends on you." That contract is death for any man who wants to live free. Self-respect is the foundation. Without it, nothing you build will stand. You can have success, you can have status, but if you still need her to tell you you're enough, you're building an empire on sand. A Stoic understands, validation is an internal game. Respect is self-issued. Worth is self-declared. You don't need her apologies. You don't need her approval. You don't even need her acknowledgement. You decide your value, not her, not anyone. When you put self-respect first, you become untouchable. You don't just heal, you become immune. You don't just move on, you evolve. She may realize what she lost. She may even come back. But by then, the man standing before her will be a man who no longer craves the crumbs she once offered. He will have outgrown the version of himself that ever needed her validation in the first place. Let her regret, let her wonder, but never let her or anyone else define you again. Self-respect isn't negotiable, it's non-refundable. You either own it or you stay owned by your past. If you're done trading your soul for scraps of validation, if you're ready to stand untouchable, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. My respect is not for sale. Number 8. Build a life she's no longer invited to. You want real closure? Build a life where she's just a footnote. Build a reality so strong, so undeniable, that her memory feels like a glitch in the system, not out of spite, not out of revenge, out of pure commitment to yourself. She thought she was the center of your world. Now she doesn't even get a seat at the table. When you focus on your mission, your mind, your body, your empire, you create distance no apology can close. You stop orbiting her world and start building one so massive she can't even see into it anymore. No invitations, no updates, no windows into your progress. She lost the right to watch your rise the moment she doubted your worth. You don't need to post about it. You don't need to broadcast your glow-up. Real kings move in silence. They let success drip off them like armor, quiet, heavy, undeniable. Every goal you hit, every dream you conquer, every new chapter you write without her, it becomes another silent message. You were never my destination. You were just part of the journey. This isn't about making her jealous. It's about making her irrelevant. You stop measuring your growth against her memory. You stop wondering if she notices. You build because you owe it to yourself to become the man you were always meant to be. She's not your why anymore. Your future is. If you're done leaving the door open for people who closed it on you, if you're ready to build a kingdom without ghosts, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I build for myself. Number 9. Revenge is replacing, not chasing. Revenge isn't proving her wrong. It's proving yourself right. It's not chasing her with success in your hands, screaming, "Look what you missed." That's weak. That's still living for her attention. Real revenge is replacement. Replacing pain with purpose. Replacing anger with peace. Replacing her with a future so powerful she can't even imagine fitting inside it. You don't chase what left. You don't cling to what collapsed. You replace it ruthlessly. Not with another woman, not with petty distractions. You replace it by becoming a man so evolved, so laser-focused, that the old version of you she broke no longer even exists. He's dead, buried, gone. Chasing her, chasing closure, chasing recognition, that's all beneath you now. That's the behavior of a man still chained to the past. You're not chasing anything. You're building, you're attracting, you're creating. Let her chase the ghost she created when she walked away. Let her realize too late that the man she once knew has transformed into something she can't even reach. No messages, no warnings, no desperate rebounds, just calm, relentless self-improvement. You don't win by making her see what she lost. You win by becoming so complete that her opinion becomes irrelevant. You are not a man scorned. You are a man reborn. If you're done trying to impress the past, if you're ready to replace weakness with power, hit that like button. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I replace, I don't chase. Number 10. You are already enough. You keep thinking you need to prove something. That if you get better, get richer, get stronger, she'll regret it, she'll want you back. But here's the truth, most men never hear. You were already enough before she left. You didn't lose because you weren't good enough. You lost because you gave your worth to someone else to decide. A woman leaving doesn't define you. A breakup doesn't define you. Her silence doesn't define you. You define you. You were valuable before her, during her, and after her. You just forgot it for a moment. You let someone else's indecision make you doubt your own greatness. But greatness isn't something people hand you. It's something you realize was there all along. You don't need her to recognize your worth. You don't need anyone to validate your journey. The man who knows his value never begs for recognition. He moves through the world with quiet confidence. He doesn't seek revenge. He doesn't even seek validation. He simply becomes. He simply is. This is the final step, the real rebirth. When you no longer chase her memory, no longer seek her approval, no longer crave her regret, that's when you become truly free. You're not proving her wrong. You're proving yourself right. You're stepping into the man you were born to be, not for her, not for anyone else, but for yourself. If you're done living for outside approval, if you're ready to claim the power that was always yours, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I am already enough. You've heard it all. Now the choice is yours. Stay chained to the past, or build the future that was always waiting for you. She thought you'd wait. She thought you'd crumble. She thought wrong. The man you're becoming doesn't chase, doesn't beg, doesn't break. He builds, he rises, he disappears from the places he's no longer respected, and he never looks back. Remember this. Your pain was the fire. Your silence was the weapon. Your rebirth is the victory. Don't ever hand your worth to another human being again. Stand tall, walk forward, become so unshakable that your past can't even recognize you anymore. If you felt this message, if you're ready to live it, smash that like button right now. Subscribe to Stoic Blessing, turn on notifications, and lock in with a brotherhood built on resilience, strength, and real power. And drop a final comment below. I owe my future to no one but myself. Stay solid, stay ruthless, stay blessed.